Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the sport of baseball inside the MLB world. In today's bonus segment, I'll be sharing my MLB division predictions on which of the following MLB teams I do believe will win their respective divisions this MLB season. So I'll go over the American League and the National League in this segment. So let's start off with the American League. Starting off with the AL East. Now, the AL East is obviously one of my favorite divisions in baseball because I believe that it is a competitive division when you have teams like the Yankees, the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Rays, the Blue Jays. Right now, currently, there are 4 teams that are above or at the 500 mark right now in the AL East. I do believe it's going to come down to a close race between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees to win the AL East. But I'm going to go with the New York Yankees to win the American League East this year, this MLB season. So far, the Yankees have looked good offensively. Nearly everyone in the starting lineup has found their groove at some particular point of the MLB season thus far. They have won. They're getting hot. They have won the last 8 out of their 10 matchups in the American League, and the Yankees are proving why they are one of the best teams. I would say a top 5 team right now in all of baseball right now. I'm looking at this Yankees team. Juan Soto has been an impactful player that has really translated his game into the next level this year to me. It has really been a difference maker for the New York Yankees this MLB season. I'm looking at Aaron Judge, who is beginning to heat up, showing why he is a former MVP in his own right, American League MVP in his own right. The Yankees are balling right now, first place in the American League East right now without their ace Garrett Cole, or a veteran hitter, and DJ LeMahieu, who both have not really been there for the New York Yankees all season long. So can you imagine how good they'll play once they get Garrett Cole and DJ LeMahieu back in the mix? So I like the Yankees winning this division. They are my winners to win the American League East this MLB season. Then, moving on to the American League, the AL Central. I have the Kansas City Royals winning this division. Now, this team has been on my radar since the MLB started. And the times that I talked about baseball since the MLB season has started, I have had the Royals as one of my sleeper teams. And I had them breaking out this MLB season. Now, right now, they're hanging on in the race for the AL Central. And I can see them winning this division because they improved their pitching and their overall roster during the MLB offseason. They re-signed Bobby Witt Jr., their best player, to a massive 11-year contract out there in Kansas City. So I like this team moving forward. And this division does have some good teams in the AL Central. They have teams like the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins, and the up-and-coming Detroit Tigers, who I said could be a sleeper team this year. But I just like the I like the Kansas City Royals winning this division. I like them winning the AL Central. Now, looking at the AL West, I have the reigning defending Texas Rangers winning this division. I have them winning this division. Even though the Rangers have started off a little slow as the world champions this year, they have 23 wins, 22 losses as I record this segment. The entire division, though, in the AL Central, I do believe is up for grabs. Everyone has started off pretty slow in this division. There's really no true team right now looking at the standings that jump out to me that say I can really trust this team to win the AL West. There's not really somebody I can trust, but I do believe that teams will get better as the season goes on in this division. But I just like the Rangers winning this division this year for this MLB season. Now, moving on to the National League. Starting off with the NL East, I like the Atlanta Braves winning this division once again in the MLB. So far, this has been one of my favorite divisions to pay attention to this MLB season in the National League. And you have teams like the established teams like the Atlanta Braves, who have been a contending team year in and year out. Just won a World Series title a few years ago. The Philadelphia Phillies have been a contending team for the last few years. And now you have the repackaged Washington Nationals team, a team that looked like they would be rebuilding for a few years and wouldn't see a competitive ball club for a few years out in the National League, but they seem like they're competing, and they've quietly stayed afloat in the National League so far, and the NL East so far this MLB season. But I had the Braves winning this division. They picked up right where they left off so far in this MLB season when they broke the record of the most home runs last year, scored by a team with 281 regular season home runs that the Atlanta Braves had last MLB season. I'm looking at this roster. They still have Ronald Acuna Jr., one of the best players in baseball. They have a stacked bullpen. I just like the Braves winning this division once again, and they could be on their way to winning another World Series title this season. I like them winning the NL East. Now, I'm looking at the NL Central. I like the Chicago Cubs winning this division. As far as the way how they play, how this division is playing out, I just feel like this division is up for grabs. I had some faith in the Cubs last year, and the faith has carried on over to this season because last year, along with the Orioles and the Rangers, I had them as one of my sleeper teams. It just didn't translate all the way. They showed growth, but they just missed the postseason last year. But I like the Cubs winning this division, based off of having Cody Bellinger and their new Japanese ace, Ashada, who has really been an impactful player on the mound. I'm a big fan of his game, but I like the Cubs winning this division. And then last division, the NL West. I gotta say, I had the Los Angeles Dodgers winning this division this year. Right now, I just don't see anybody other than the Dodgers and the Padres as threats in the NL West. That could change because the Arizona Diamondbacks were just in the World Series last year after their shocking season. How they played out, a lot of people had them as a sleeper team. They went all the way to the World Series last year, came up short to the Rangers. But I feel like the Diamondbacks may find their spark as the season goes on, maybe during the summertime or the second half of the MLB season. But right now, I can't say they're established threats. The only threats I could say are the Dodgers and the Padres. And I feel like the Dodgers have one of the best lineups in baseball right now. I mean, how could they not when they spend the most money just like the New York Yankees in baseball? They have Shohei Ohtani, who is the best player in baseball. They're lucky that he's not even allowed to be on the mound this year following his Tommy John surgery, but he's still an impactful player as a designated hitter. They have Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Max Muncy. Offensively, this lineup is an absolute missile in the world of baseball. But pitching, to me, could be a question mark. Cause like I just said, Shohei Ohtani was one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball over the last few years, and then you're going to be missing out on his pitching. They really didn't really improve it. This is going to be something that I feel like is going to be something that I have to monitor for the Dodgers if they want to win a World Series or compete for a World Series this year. Maybe they address that during the MLB trade deadline. But I feel like pitching could be a question mark for them moving forward. But those are my thoughts on my MLB prediction winners this upcoming, my MLB division winners this MLB season. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.